July 27th. This is what happened in KL, Malaysia. Finally, we have Singapore. This marathon.
This itself is the same concept every year with a four runner as one team to run relay to complete the marathon itself.
Happy and honored to have won this competition, and the atmosphere is incredible. I mean, I think the organizers did a great job with the music, with the setting, and the race route was very comfortable, and we didn't have any mishaps or anything.
So Jesus, can I have the next slide? The next slide. Right, we're back bigger and better for 2018, and very excited to announce that we're adding Philippines, 5 countries this year. Alright, and Manila will be our very first stop. Alright, ASICS Relay, as you've seen from the video, we have 2 categories. We have the full marathon and the 21 km, organized in a manner team of 4 to complete the distance. Right, a little bit of recap from what happened last year. We had 4 cities in the sequence: Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and then finally Thailand. So you will see that percentage. The blue represent the males taking part in the event. So very excited that we have Mary Joy landing us at Girl Power in Philippines. So hopefully we see more females taking part in Manila as well. And this will be the plan that we have laid out for 2018. Starting with Philippines on 26th of May. And the next stop will be Indonesia in Jakarta, followed by Malaysia, then Thailand, and finally Singapore. Alright, save the date, 26 May. Venue will be SM by the Bay. Alright, it will be a first stop for our ASICS Relay, and as well as this will be the first night race in Philippines. There's a lot of exciting prizes. This is the website and our Instagram handle. But these are the categories that and the price for the fees for the participation. It's in a team, so starting from 3,400 pesos for team sign up, and in both the 21 km and the 42 km. Here are some pictures for exciting actions. Now you can see from the top left, from top right corner, so that's a picture of how the transition is being done. So how a runner hand over to the next runner. And you can see a lot of intensity with the runners. So I'll explain a little bit how it works. Okay, the first thing is that you need to find three friends, so you form a team of 4. Right? And then you choose the categories that you want to take part in. So for the 42K, each runner will run 10.4 km. And the 21K, each runner will run 5.25 km. Right? You choose the categories. We have the male categories, all female categories, and as well a mixed gender. So you can find in any combination, it can be 3 girls, 1 guy, or 3 guys, 1 girl, or any combinations of mixed gender. Then you decide in the order who will run first. Right? And on the race day, we have a sequence where the first runner will collect a token. So the token for this year will be a sled band. Right? And the rest of the runners will report to a transition zone. So once they get flagged off, the first runner will go off. Right? And we go in a sequence at the transition where the runners will hand over. So the sled band will be passed from one runner to the next. And finally, the last runner will cross the finish line. So this is how it works. And very excited to announce this is the runners' entitlements that we're offering. Now, you go to a run event, very typical, you get only 1 color t-shirt. Here, we are offering you a choice of 4 colors. So the runners can choose in any colors that they like. So the team can choose all red, all blue, or they can choose in a combination of the different colors, or any of their favorite colors. So that is something that we'll work very hard on the logistic end to make this happen. Right? And very special is also the goodie bag. It's actually a very travel-friendly, packable bag. It's given to you. The sled bands that I talked about for the changing over of the runners, and as well as the medal design, okay, in both the 42 km and the 21 km, and the race speed itself. In the event, we have a lot of activities to keep you entertained. We have performance, we have DJs, and we have a lot of game stations. All right. And finally, the last thing I'd like to announce is that for the fast winner, we have a leaderboard. All right. So the fastest 3 teams, only in the full marathon, they will win a trip to the next country, to any countries actually within 1 year of the event. Right? So it could be a paid trip with team slots, air tickets, and accommodations. Alright? Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much, Adrian, for that information.
Wow, that was awesome. I am anticipating that this race is going to be the most tweeted running event in the Philippines.
And of course, alright, speaking of Twitter and social media, don't forget, of course, that the social media handle for Facebook and Instagram is ASICS Relay, and hashtag is ASICS Relay, of course, and one more hashtag is iMovePhilippines.
So how about a big hand for ASICS for bringing the first leg to the Philippines? So excited. So as you can see, so many reasons to want to join this race. And the good news is, we're going to let them know, Vince, that as early as now, you can already register through the website of ASICS. And here's one more good news.
What is it?
There is a promo going on right now in all the 4 ASICS stores around the Philippines, in Trinoma, BGC, Cebu, and Greenbelt, right? The first 140 the first 140 customers who buy a pair of shoes, it has to be only shoes, okay, will get a free slot for their team. Is that clear?
That's the first 140. The first 140, and of course the promo is if you purchase 5,900 pesos. And you get a free slot ready for the first 140 participants for your team. So that's easy. You're gonna get a pair of shoes, and then you get a free slot to join. So, what are you waiting for? Do it.
Yep, so the first 140. So we'll make it clear that you can start buying your pair of shoes. It has to be shoes, right? Not apparel. So it has to be a pair of shoes. Well, you can wear it now for the race.
Exactly.
So again, this is the very first night relay race, and it's a team of 4. So if they're joining the 42K, each member just has to run 10.5K. Kaya-kaya. Diba? And then if you run the 21, then you have to run only 5.25. So start getting your teams ready and formed. I think I wanna.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that day. Also, quick reminders for everybody here. There are, of course, different divisions. You have the all male, you have the all female, and you have the mixed. So also for the mixed, it doesn't matter if you're 3 females and 1 male or vice versa. It still counts. You can join any part of the division.
Okay, then here's another bit of good news. Any winner, whoever wins any category, correct me if I'm wrong, of the Philippine leg will get a free slot to any of the other races, correct? Again, let's say it again. So if you win any category in the Philippine race, you get a slot to join either the Singapore, the Thailand, the Malaysia, or the Indonesia leg. Sounds good?
Sounds great. Actually, I think we should start saving the date. We might be ahead of you guys. Since we have the information, we're going to register ahead of you guys. But of course, at this point, we'd like to call our panelists for this morning. Some who came all the way from Singapore to join us.
So please join us again on stage, Mr. Andy Neo, Sports Marketing Manager of ASICS Asia. And then we'd like to call Mary Joy Cabal, ASICS Athletic First Olympian, SEA Games gold medalist in the marathon. Mary Joy is going to be with us this morning. And again, High Velocity Marketing Director, Managing Director, Adrian Mok. So we're going to be answering our questions about this exciting ASICS Relay 2018, of which the first leg is happening right here in Manila. Okay, Vince, you're gonna shoot the first question.
Alright, so allow me to ask our first question to Mr. Andy Nyo. What is the objective of ASICS Relay Philippines 2018?
Good questions. ASICS Relay this year is our second edition. So part of our roadmap is to expand this ASICS Relay concept to key cities. And Philippines is of course one of our key cities. And very happily that we able to land this year and to launch Manila as our first stops for 2018 roadmap. So basically the objective is to bring this running event mechanics to the Philippines, and the objective is to create an event that emphasizes on team spirit over individual abilities. So this is a very unique kind of running events that you've seen in these days. So it's it's a very unique kind of mechanics, because in Japan, road relay or road race relay is a very popular mechanics. So ASICS, as being a Japanese company, we like to introduce something similar along the line to the mass market. So that is basically our key objective.
Nice, and of course, all the giveaways are going to be super nice because they're ASICS. I love all the ASICs stuff, high quality, good design, max promo. Yeah, super lovely. But following up to that question, when you were considering your expansion, why did you choose Manila, the Philippines, as the first leg?
Because we know that Philippines is a country that everybody loves sports. Sports is a very upcoming ways to encourage healthy lifestyles. And ASICS, we have this campaign called I Move Me tagline. The idea behind it is to encourage people to be moving, to be active. Doesn't matter whether you are elite athletes or general beginner runners or beginner athletes. The idea is, instead of just sitting on the chair, later on let's everybody stand up and move and keep on moving. So basically that is the concept, is that we want to bring this I Move Me concept into our running event and to a country where sport is very popular. So Philippines is definitely a country that everybody loves sports. Yeah.
So we did mention earlier, this is the first of its kind here in the Philippines. So what made you come up with a night relay race, the first of its kind in the country?
To create an event, a running event in the morning, we understand that people want to sleep. And sometimes you need to wake up very early. To have the event, to have it in the evening time is perfect because you're able to sleep longer. And the second advantage is that we are able to get more people to come and support this event. Because this is a relay mechanics, right? When you're running, we want to encourage your family and friends to come to the event to support them. So in order to maximize that, we put the timing in such a way it's a sweet spot that everybody can come at the evening time. So it's a very, very good platform to encourage more of our family bonding opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. I like that group relay concept. Because you kind of get more energy when you're running with someone. And if you know someone's waiting for you at the end. And if you know there's a party after the race, right?
Not forgetting, we have a live leaderboard, so it's going to be very exciting. So when one person is running, you have a live big giant screen to able to track the movement of your friends. So the whole entire atmosphere is going to be very exciting because it's live. You're able to track, wow, where's my friend, at which distance marker he is at now. So it's very, very exciting from the start to the end.
Are you going to be blocking off traffic?
Yeah, we are working very closely with High Velocity and SM by the Bay to work on this to make sure that runners' experience is our top priorities. End of the day, the event is to deliver to the runners. So we want to create a runner's experience. Yeah.
A question again for Adrian. I know you showed us all the scenes from last year, but what have you added this year maybe that makes this race really unique and special for the participants?
Well, first I spoke about the 4-color t-shirts. Yeah, so logistically actually it's quite challenging. So a lot of pre-planning actually go behind the scene, and then catering the special print for each country and for each team as well. Something unique that we want to introduce is also have a custom print. So runners could actually do a custom print design of their team name actually on the tees as well. That's something
on
different.
The t-shirt?
Yes, on the tees, yeah. That's correct, yeah. Other things that we're adding on is we are working on an app that runners can track the movement of other team members. Yeah, so that's something new. But again, I think what's exciting is the details that we look into the race. As Andy mentioned, the safety, the runners' experience, and I think what is really unique about the race is the typical run event. People take part in a very long distance. Here we are really emphasizing people work in a team. You still complete the full marathon, but you do it in a team format, supporting each other. And at the same time, while you're waiting, there's so much entertainment that we provide on site. So it's really like a mini party that we're throwing to the runners. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Especially if you're a team. I mean, we all like being a part of something. And you mentioned, you piggyback off it, Adrian. Like, it's not just about the running, it's about the experience. And I think as Filipinos, we love that factor, that high energy, the team concept, and all of that. So of course, we'd like to ask, what is the expected number of runners for ASICS Relay 2018?
I'll take this question. We are expecting about 3,000 runners, so that works out to be 750 teams. Yeah, so that's about the size that we have for each country. Some country is more, some country is less, but that's about what we expect for.
So there will be a limit?
There will be a limit, yes.
Okay, so time to sign up now.
Right now.
Okay, we're gonna turn over the microphone to our SEA Games gold medalist and Olympian, Mary Joy Tabal. Let's give her a warm welcome. I was so excited to be able to cover her race, where she won the first gold medal for the Philippines in the last SEA Games. So congratulations again. So kamusta ka na, and kamusta na yung paghahanda mo para sa susunod na competition? What will your next race be?
I'm good, and I'm actually preparing for a 5 months training in Italy in preparation for this year's Asian Games in Jakarta.
What is your target for the Asian Games?
I'm hoping to get a medal.
That's good.
That'll be my next goal.
Yeah. Ang hirap, no? Like, can you imagine, she's like, wala ka pang 5 feet, di ba?
4'11".
Oh, 4'11". Small but fast, and such a determined young lady, such an inspiration to us. So you're going to be joining this?
I'm hoping that I can partake in this event because I'm very excited to be part of this ASICS Relay run. It's first time, and we all know that running is an individual sport, and this kind of event will surely gonna encourage a teamwork. So hearing about this gives me like yung adrenaline, because I've been into joining triathlon races also, like a relay.
Yeah.
And yung excitement waiting for my swimmer, for the biker to arrive, and you'll be the one to finish the race. So, grabe yung pressure also. But it's fun because you're gonna do it for the team. So, you have one thing in mind, it's to win it. Not only for yourself, but for the team. So, I'm excited also to partake in this event. Hopefully I can join.
And you mentioned it, I mean, the team concept.
Yeah.
You like being a part, you like encouraging your teammates.
Yes, because it's gonna be a different feeling right now. You're gonna push each other. You have to pressure them and also pressure yourself.
Yeah. Mary Joy, matanong lang namin, can you give us your best running tip for us mga recreational runners? How do you get to run better ba? Just give us one.
First is we started with a better form. So because running endurance like a marathon requires longer distance, so quality running helps you finish the race. Like you have to finish it strong, so you have to, as much as possible, you have to minimize the energy expenditure. So you must have a better form, because a better form, leads to a better performance.
So of course, I have two questions for you. The first is more personal. As Filipinos, given our size, our athletic ability, what advantages do we have in running? Given your experience, of course, you have a lot of
Is it
experience.
an advantage to be small in running?
I don't discourage, I have achieved like winning a medal in SEA Games or even qualify for the Olympics having this height. So I think we have like the speed that's difficult also to develop if you're too tall. So maybe you just have to develop more on our speed, like plus the endurance. So it's on the training.
So last question, how do you think events like these impact the running scene here in the Philippines?
For me, this will help. This will encourage a lot of runners, to improve teamwork. Because, as what I said a while ago, running is an individual sport. So it's unique. It's first time here to be running with a team, to win it together, and hopefully to represent another competition outside the country. So this will encourage a lot of runners.
All right, thank you, Mary Joy. And now, so Adrian, Andy, would you like to invite all our viewers to join the race on May 26th?
Yes, so save the date, 26 May, SM by the Bay. Website is live now, registration is open, so join us for the ASICS Relay Philippines.
Alright, so right now we're opening the floor to our medias and guests, of course, to ask any questions you like while we have our panelists up front.